Welcome to Otaku International Podcast. I'm Kiwi-chan, and this week we'll be having a conversation about One Piece chapter 1015. Today we'll be talking about Luffy's defeat and morals, Sanji holding off Queen, the death of Kinemon and the moral restore, and the battle reignite. And here with me hosting today is Muninn.
Hi.
We have Ike.
Hey.
And we have Pizza-kun.
Hello.
We're also going to rate this chapter 1 out of 10 and have the live Q&A about this chapter. We're going to open the chat for any questions, so please keep your questions until we post them, until the end, because later on we are going to talk about what's going to happen in the next chapter. But before we start, join our Discord and be part of the Otaku family. We talk about all types of anime, manga, webtoons, and manga that you can think of. We have great people from around the world, and come join us and talk to others people like you. Now let's get started. Let's talk about the cover page about Senior Pinks. So what do you guys think about that cover page, guys?
I first of all, I love since his backstory, I love Senior Pink. Before that, he was like this. For me, he was this character I didn't really care about. He was not necessarily a bad character, but I didn't care about him. But his backstory changed it all.
True.
It changed it completely, and I think this cover page is funny.
Yeah.
What do you guys all think? What about you guys? Anyone to say anything?
I mean, he's Senior Pink is the GOAT, man. I mean, like his backstory is like hella touching, and then like the reasoning behind him dressing like a baby, and then seeing a stork, like mistaking him for a baby, it falls together, his
Yes.
But my man is a legend.
He is.
I just think it's weird. The only thing I like that's going on in this picture is actually what's in his hand. But besides that, I do think it's pretty funny. It's I like how he changes it up every once in a while. Oda just he likes to throw something serious. He likes to throw something that makes you think, and then clearly he likes to throw something funny.
And
I think what he has in his hand isn't a thing that you give babies.
No,
Definitely
you don't. But funny thing is that this is a request from a fan. So I love how Oda always do request things for the fans. It makes us feel like, oh, it's funny. So that's why I kind of want to see more to it later on. But I kind of want to see something besides the cover page. But let's move on to the cover page, and let's talk about Luffy's defeat and the destroy morals. Now, as we started here, we see Luffy in the ocean where he is completely defeated by Kaido. And then moving down, we have Chopper versus Queen. And Chopper is feeling really down. Like, he felt like, what's going on? Like, what's happening to my captain? He's frustrated. So what I'm seeing here is that everyone is losing their morals, and especially the samurai. They felt like, okay, what's the point of continue of this? And their fighting spirit is actually down. So what do you guys think about this this panel here?
I don't know. It's for. I mean, I still think Queen has a weird power to disconnect his own neck like that.
Yeah,
It looks very unhealthy.
it is very unhealthy.
I don't even know what to think about that.
I mean, wasn't he
Yeah.
like Caesar and like a mad scientist, you know? So he like
Oh
Oh,
yeah, that is true. He is.
Yeah.
so he maybe he like artificially did like crazy things with
Mhm.
his devil fruit, you know?
or maybe
Yeah,
it's
could
a
be.
maybe it's a hint for like Vegapunks because maybe Vegapunk has play a part with Queen being like that.
Oh, I was thinking he was just crazy and he experimented
True.
on himself.
But
True.
what I want
I,
to talk about is I mean, Chopper losing his faith in Luffy.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time an actual
Oh.
Straw Hat member lost their faith in Luffy for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But keep in mind, Chopper's like still a kid though. He's like naive.
That is true-ish.
that is true, but even before, he never lost his faith in
That is
Luffy.
true.
And
Yeah.
we are talking about like Sinstrom Island, and they had. I mean, we're going to talk about this later on anyway again. But
Yeah.
they had so many hardships through their journey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of I get because at some point we had like all the people around them losing their faith.
Mm-hmm.
Is very relatable because they don't know Luffy, they don't know him, did not travel with him, and we had that and several other things as well. For example, when we look back to Dressrosa, for the first thing with the birdcage, the people were like freaking out, we're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Straw Hats like got them to fight, to push against the birdcage.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so other people losing faith in them isn't that much of a big deal, but Chopper losing his faith in Luffy, man, that hurts.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
truly hurts.
I mean, to be honest, I mean you can expect from the others to like lose faith in Luffy because, like you said, like Muninn said, like they don't know Luffy. And like if you look in generally, you know, like those old war movies, you know, once the leader is defeated, everyone's morale goes down because he's technically speaking the strongest one in the group, you know.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, like Muninn said, I didn't even notice it. Like I didn't think like, yo, why is Chopper like actually doubting Luffy
Mm-hmm.
for the first time? So that's a bit of an slow hit, but a hard hit, you know, like once
Yeah.
that you don't expect.
You know, I kind of understand it though. I understand this right here because you know what? As he thought he was doing damage against Queen, all of a
Mm,
sudden he unleashes this the crazy neck mojo thing. I was gonna say mojo jojo.
Oh my god.
And he attacks him, and he's fatally wounding him. That we know of. But
Yeah.
in that sense, that you see all this blood and this attack,
mhm.
and honestly, it makes sense when you hear something like Straw Hats down. He's been going against this guy, and he thought he had a chance. But then everything that's going on, he's getting attacked multiple times by the arrows. He's getting attacked by Queen. Like I understand how he came under pressure and stuff like that. And like he would say, he is young. So I think it kind of makes a little sense. It sucks that he kind of lost that faith. But honestly, if you were getting attacked by arrows and getting beat up in front of you, even though you're using your strongest attack possible, I understand why he would lose that morale. I really do.
Yes.
I mean, you have a point in
Pretty
that as well.
interesting, yeah. But along with that, man, the way Queen even started talking down to him and stuff like that, like, how disappointing you were all fired up and earlier and stuff like that, So I thought I'd play along. It's like, oh, come on now, get out of here. And now then they're getting attacked even more by the arrows over and over again. It's like, I understand. I kind of understand why he was kind of like diminished at that point.
Yeah, and also like for Queen taunting Chopper, and everybody's like kind of like their morale or their fighting spirit is down. It's a very factor of how serious this raid is and how serious this battle is, because as much as we know, black and white, we might not really understand the full story of what it is, because we see what we see and what we think, but in reality we really don't know how intense this is. And so to me, I feel like it's understandable why Chopper feel the same way as he felt, because if you think about it, you would feel the same way as well too if one of the person you believe went down, and I will feel the same way as well too.
Yeah.
Now let's go to Sanji holding off Queen. So,
oh my god, that was so good. That was so good. Like Sanji beating off Queen, and maybe we have Sanji's final battle partner, which we said like Queen is the third strongest in the Beast Pirates. So it was predictable that he is going to fight Queen at some point.
Yep.
But first we see in the chapter we see like we're going from the first page and the second page where everyone is losing their faith. We have Queen telling Chopper how he is like his Dementor, like his whole body language and how he sees the fight is changing, how he's getting weaker, and then we have like Peros shooting a massive amount of arrows at everybody in this area, and everybody is, oh no, we're going to die because of the arrows. And then there's Sanji just kicking Queen left and right and using his body to prevent like all of the arrows go into Queen. Yes, he's using Queen as a shield, and it's like this, and he's still holding Zoro at this point. He's still holding Zoro in his arms, and he's kicking Queen. It's so good. And Peros is kind of freaking out because Sanji is using Queen. And then we have Chopper crying at Sanji because of Luffy, and then we have Sanji telling Chopper that he should not cry, and he should remember all the countless times it seemed that Luffy was defeated, but he was not. He came back every time and beat the boss. And all those miracles, he phrases them as miracles. All the miracles Luffy did throughout One Piece. All the things that we're told that he's not able to win a fight, but he did. And then we have Chopper gaining back his faith in Luffy, and we have Sanji leaving Zoro with Chopper, and we have Sanji going alone against Queen. In the last two panels, we have some of the scabbards, some of the samurai that were fighting alongside them, asking questions how they can keep up the faith in their captain. And then we have in the last panel, we have Marco saying, "That's why I like them." Because he understands it.
Marco is the real G.
Yes, but he also understands how the faith in his captain, in Luffy, in their captain, because he had faith in his captain, which was like his father.
Oh yeah.
True. I mean, what you forgot to mention, Muninn, is that Zoro used Queen as well to like send Perospero flying, like them both flying.
Sanji did, yeah.
Yeah, like he said, "Wait a minute," and he sees the big ass neck of Queen like hitting
yes.
Perospero.
Yeah, he kicked him in that direction. Yeah.
Yes, he
And
kicked him.
And then he got them two birds with one stone. You know, like he's calculating things now. You know, like he has the big brains now, even though he's like a pervert sometimes. But at least he can use his brain sometimes when he needs to. I mean, the panel was hella sickly drawn. You know, like
yeah.
It's.
I mean, Sanji has a brain.
I
Just
mean,
not a round woman.
Yeah, he's not Zoro and he's not Luffy.
I mean, Zoro only knows how to fight. Luffy knows how to eat and fight, and Sanji is like fighting and looking at women, you know. But I gotta admit, the funniest thing in the panel is, as Muninn mentioned, is that like Sanji is like still holding Zoro while he's T-posing and sleeping, you know.
So I would add to that part, because you know what? It's not even just that. The actually one of the pages before, Sanji uses Zoro as a weapon to knock someone out of the way. He literally uses Zoro as a weapon and knocks someone out of the way as they're running. And then when they come in, like you said, he's holding him and stuff like that while he's fighting Queen. And
what's his name?
Like,
that reminds me of the guy of the cross.
He did not pass Zoro off to him. He kicked Zoro over to Chopper.
Yes.
Freaking Sanji is freaking hilarious. I swear. When it comes to Zoro, he is absolutely hilarious.
Bro, I mean, he got wrapped around in so many bandages and whatsoever. He's not gonna feel it, you know. He's like sleeping in like a big ass cushion, like a bed.
I mean, if Sanji, I mean not Sanji, but Zoro survived a freaking cannonball at him while he's sleeping, so it's Sanji swinging at him won't affect him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also kind of nice to see why Marco like actually joins them. You know, like it's not without a reason that he is there. You know, like it's Marco, you know, he's there for whatever. But no, he joins them because he likes the way Luffy is, you know, like how he was able to like stand tall with a freaking 10-meter giant while in Marineford, you know. Like I mean, come on.
I think that also it has to do with Ace, because Luffy and Ace were still brothers, and I think like to some extent even Luffy holds the memorial of Ace in himself being his brother. So I think that also comes to Marco liking him, because Marco is probably a little bit reminded of Ace, because come on, Ace was also like a little bit lightheaded sometimes, or a lot of times.
Okay, so for mine's like what I thought, like, oh my god. Sanji's way, like, he reminds me of the time when was the Ennis Lobby arc. You guys remember that when he left and then he kicked that Justice? I feel like, oh my god, yes, the Sanji that we know that finally can finally is using his head, because sometimes it's like woman is filling his head. I'm like, and then he's taking this L, and I'm like, Sanji, where's the guy that I like about you? Come on,
You mean what happened like a couple chapters ago?
Yeah. Yes. So honestly, that's what's happening. So
Oh yeah.
let's get to the death of Kinemon.
Oh.
What a legend.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right.
No, bro. I mean, like it starts off like with them showing those deaths, and like Kaido walking away from them, or like you see Kaido in the background.
Yeah.
And then you see his body twitching on the floor with his broken sword. Kaido looking down upon him.
God.
And I mean, you can blame Momonosuke for crying at this moment. Like his kind of father figure. The one that actually like kept him safe for quite a decent of time is now like in death's hand.
Yeah.
And then you still see Kinemon like still going strong, like going like trying to step with Kaido with his broken sword, face all bloody, man. It's so sad when you see a G like him going down.
Man.
I mean, we thought in the last chapter that he was dead, and he was not.
I told you. I told you. He's not dead. He's not dead.
You said if he wasn't dead, though, he's dying in this one.
I mean,
he's definitely. I think he's definitely dead now.
I mean,
as much as I don't want it, he's dead now. With all the flashback with Momonosuke, how they said how they said that Momonosuke is going to pretend to be his son, and then how they both slipped up at some point because they were telling each other's names instead of father and son. And I mean, with the flashback, with the memories of him and Momonosuke, I think that's like this famous thing that you like have some memories of your life flashing through your eyes when you die. So I think Kinemon is dead now, as much as I don't want to, because he's a freaking legend.
I mean, if you look at the next panel, sorry to interrupt you can see like Kaido saying, "Embrace your honorable death like a true samurai." Before that, you see the little silhouette, with the blood spattering.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I just looking at this picture, it is what we said before. This is the heartbreaking moment right here. This is absolutely the heartbreaking moment. And you know what? If he's not dead after that stab, there is going to be a moment where you pretty much see Luffy or whoever, they're going to walk up to him and he's going to be barely alive. And it's going to be one of those moments where they're just going to I think it's going to boost everyone's morale again, just to fight even harder. Because now to see that all these people are dead, man, God. And I just want to say, we already knew this, but dang, Kaido is ruthless. He is absolutely ruthless. And just the moment, as he's looking at those memories, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting the feels.
Yes.
I was getting the feels big time.
If you didn't get the feels right there and then, I mean, you got no feels, man.
Oh,
not gonna lie.
Especially after he stabs him like that. Oh man. And we were introduced him as Momo's father. That's how we're introduced with this person. He was his father. So just having that all together, even though they were pretending and stuff, that it just sucks. It sucks big time, especially for Momo.
I mean, once you lie to yourself and brain that someone is your father, eventually you get the feeling that he actually is your father, and that's what we're getting now.
Definitely.
Man. Honestly, for me, this chapter, with Kinemon truly dying, because to me, there's no way you can survive a gut, a stab gut on you.
That
And
was like through his spine and through his stomach. Oh, he's done.
yeah,
He's done.
you cannot survive that, and especially the one with it's just sad how this is crazy. And also let's talk about like how Sanji is holding off Queen too, because honestly, like we are having like everybody's wanted Sanji versus Queen, and we're gonna have that, and it's amazing. I can't wait for that fight. It's gonna enter enter a great fight, and I feel like Sanji will showcase us a technique that Straw Hats are always bringing out no matter what.
He better.
He better. And this is actually a redeeming for him, honestly. Thank you, Oda, for redeeming Sanji. But before thing, let's go to Kaido. What like Kaido, as much as thing I honestly do not like. I kind of hating him now, like more of Akainu, because like yeah, of guys what happened to Ace and stuff, but I just like Kinemon. Sometimes I felt Kinemon like a very funny, jokey character that I really love to be, and then him getting taken out, I actually cried on it. Felt the same situation as Pedro when Pedro sacrificed himself. It literally, I'm like, oh my god, this is serious. So I think, yeah. So let's go. I think we should discuss about the moral restore.
Yeah, you know what? This is a big part. Like morals restored in this it's huge. It is what they absolutely needed, and this is a big moment for Momo himself. Because you know what, he's always he's a crybaby. Yeah, he's the head of the family and stuff like that. But he's at the same time, this is showing a big piece of him, his growth as a person, and a growth as the next ruler. And the fact that he sits there and he grabs the frog and he starts speaking into it, telling everyone that Luffy entrusted me with a message, and he's projecting it as such. Whether it's real or not, like he's projecting that out there. He's like, he's still alive. He told me he would definitely make it back. So please keep fighting, even if it hurts. Like this right here, as he's employing like this tactic to build everyone's morale, it's awesome. It is crazy. And you know what? Him just putting all this down, it's not one person's morale that he's boosting. It is everybody's. Everybody on the battlefield is up and about it, and they're going even harder than they should. And it's crazy, and it's good. And after he lets everyone know, and everyone's roaring, ready to go to battle and stuff. Even kids smiled. I just want to say that. Okay? He smiled. And Kaido just kind of like comes up to him. He's like, "Are you satisfied, son of Odin?" And he strikes at them. He strikes at them, and we don't necessarily see what happens after. He just kind of strikes, and we see the kind of cliff fall off. So I'm hoping something good comes of this. And you know what? Just all of this just big morale boost was very important for this battle. Very important for this battle. Very important for the Straw Hats. Very important for all these people who are trying to fight and stuff. And you know what? I think it's pretty. I think this entire piece right here was pretty good. It was absolutely good.
I mean,
So what do you think, Muninn?
So Momo is shining in this situation. Like you see him growing. We saw him growing in the last chapters. Like in the last 2 chapters, we saw him realizing his position, and that he plays a bigger role than he thought in this whole situation. And we have him hearing the voice of all things.
Yeah.
And Luffy and him being connected through the voice, probably through the voice of all things. And I mean, even though he is telling all of them that the thing that the Straw Hats, Sanji, Zoro, and Nami, Usopp, they never lost the faith because they know Luffy. They know that he will come back, and they know he's not dead. I mean, Chopper was kind of struggling, but because he is so easily manipulated, because he's so young and naive, I kind of understand it. But every Straw Hat else, I don't think that they had a doubt 1 second, not even a millisecond. They never lost their faith in Luffy, so they knew it. But for everybody else, that's the message that they needed to keep the faith in Luffy and to understand why the Straw Hats are not struggling. Because they have the faith in Luffy, they know how Luffy is. And I mean, Luffy is still underwater.
I mean, we all kind of predicted what was gonna happen. Like, with the voice of all things, we briefly spoke about it in our previous podcast, and it actually happening is quite sick. So they can communicate with each other as well because they have it both. I mean, Luffy is low key just hyping Momonosuke up. Even in Zo, he did everything to hype that man up to like getting the confidence he needed for a moment such as this. Like telling Momonosuke, no, you are gonna tell me that we are gonna have an alliance. No, you are gonna
He
tell
hit him.
Zo. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't give a flying fudge about the whole I am Oden's son and blah 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 I'm a king. But I mean, and then actually them like communicating is insane. That's actually possible that they could do that. And like him talking to the frog, telling everyone like, "Yo, you gotta keep it up. Luffy is alive."
Mm-hmm.
Moral high, man.
For me, mine's like having this time and time again, like I said, like Luffy's more like Momonosuke saying that um that he that Luffy's gonna beat Kaido. Like we seen this multiple times. Like for example, with Crocodile, all the way to now, we witness how like the Straw Hats never gave like never lose faith on Luffy. And to me that is some powerful strong belief to your captain. And I feel like Luffy, he's like, yeah, I'm not backing down. I don't care. I'm still going to fight. Just wait. I will go and fight. And honestly, with this voice of all things that Momo and thing, I'm starting to see what like how Roger and basically Odin, it actually still signifies us more about the next generation that has the voice of all things. And because you already seen in Odin's backstory, you got Roger hearing the seekings about all the voice things. Odin can communicate with them. So yeah, Roger can hear, but he can't communicate like Momonosuke or Odin can. So to me, that is something really interesting. That is something very like I think Momo would play so much part of this. Like I said in podcast, playing so much part of this. So I think this chapter, I would be really happy about it. And honestly, I can't like I don't know if anybody mentions this, and I want to mention Zeus. Zeus is actually in Nami's climb attack. Honestly, I kind of wanna put that in
I
because
think that's gonna be the next one.
yeah, but I want to put that in. But let's go to the next one. The battle raging on. So like we have here like while Luffy is proclaiming that he is going to defeat Kaido and stuff, they panel around where everyone is getting like the news about things, and Big Mom is frustrated, and then you have Zeus becoming becoming um attached to Nami's climb attack. And honestly, that makes sense because he's no longer a cloud, so where his soul is gonna be? Nami's climb attack. So it kind of makes sense to go there to be transferred. But like even like when we go down, we see like Trafalgar Law and Kid talking, and basically they were like you have to put trust on Luffy. I work with him, and so come on, come on, play nice. Like, let's play nice. Let's not get thing. And then the biggest part, my favorite part, that we've been waiting for and we've been talking about it. Kaido and Yamato. Like like she said Kaido screaming, and then like his father's like
Kind of. Oh, she's screaming.
yeah, it's like Kaido. It's like, do you mean Father Yamato? And then she said, you're no longer able to bond. Like, the bonds have chained me too long. I'm here to set myself free. So to me, that is a quote. I honestly, that's something, because Luffy already broke her handcuff. So she's proclaiming to her dad that she is already free and that she's willing to take on her father, like even life and death. So what do you guys think about it?
I mean, to be honest, about the climate tech, what Zeus got into, I mean, it kind of didn't make any sense for me, because like,
yeah, it didn't make sense at all.
His soul was eaten by like Hera, like how. I mean, he was fully eaten. I mean, did we miss a little detail that a small piece of his soul got into the
clouds in
text?
his mouth? So
but Nami did something before with Zeus.
Yeah.
I mean,
he did something. She did something with it.
Yeah, she did the clouds. The clouds went into his mouth as he went in and stuff like that. I'm not sure how that put him there, but
I mean, she gave him his favorite snack. Like the little why he became like friendly to them in the first place. So I don't know how that is connected to each other.
It kind of makes sense, because you remember when, like, even like Zara like ate, like Nami used that cloud thing, and so technically, since the soul is no longer, because to be honest, the soul would go return back to Big Mom. Honestly, even if Zara sucked it up, so that's why I feel like we need to. Yeah.
That's interesting. That's weird. I see what you're at right there, Pizza, because I'm in the same boat. Like, I don't know what is going on with that. It doesn't really make sense to me either. Even if Nami did put her powers into him, it doesn't make sense how he ended up there. He was devoured.
Yeah.
It should have been did and done. Like, I don't remember anything coming out of her mouth, nothing like that. It just popped up. So who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Nami got some hidden hockey or something, and it somehow connected them together after she fed it into him. Who knows?
I don't know. For me, it doesn't make a lot of sense either. Yeah. I think Oda has to explain how that worked, because I don't think that we are the only ones that think like that and have like a doubt at how this works. And I mean, usually everything in One Piece makes it to some extent sense.
This one does
not. This one does not. But also, I want to talk about Luffy's rescue for a little bit. I mean, I forgot about the polar tang. I forgot
never saw them
about.
I mean, we all did.
I
We
totally
all did.
forgot about the heart
Oh.
pirates that are still outside of Onigashima, that are still in the ocean. Like, I mean, Penguin, Shachi, and Beppo are on Onigashima. We saw them fighting, but the rest of the heart pirates,
Mhm.
they are all in the polar tank, and I totally forgot them.
I mean,
And
it's
also Kid and Law, like this sentence, how like Kid saying to Law that he's going to get in, asking him if he came to get in his way, and Law telling Kid that he has faith in Luffy as well. Like, he is literally saying, don't you think we should play nice for now? But also, I think somewhere in the chapter he is like confirming that he also has faith in Luffy.
Yeah.
I mean, the sickest part is gonna be if you're gonna see a fight between Yamato and Kaido, because like Kaido seems pissed just because he did. He didn't call
Father.
Kaido father. You know, like.
But I also have another theory on the tragedy for that.
Hold on for that one. About that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
On that, actually, you know what? I wanted to bring this up. This whole freaking fight thing, Kaido versus Yamato and stuff. There's a couple things that I've been noticing, okay? And a couple of them are, yes, he's partially giant, right? Is this right? He's a part of is he
Kaido?
part giant? Or he's giant?
Kaido?
Yes.
Kaido? No, I think he's
because I'm trying to find out, because there's one thing that is completely missing that I'm realizing, and it's the fact that he has horns. And at first, I thought it was because of his devil fruit, but both of them have horns.
No, he's part of those orgo.
Orgs?
Yeah,
Orcs?
orcs. Like
Okay.
like the human version of it. Like, you know how
no. I understand what it is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, so I saw that and stuff like that. So, like, I want to see. God, I want to see this fight. I really want to see this fight. Absolutely, Yamato needs to fight. I want to see what Yamato can do. We've seen like a couple of this, a couple of that. We haven't seen anything yet, and I'm excited for that.
I also want to see, like, between Yamato and Kaido, why did Kaido put Yamato in that handcuff? Like, I want a full
backstory.
It
because he wanted to go with Chase?
No, I feel like there's more to it than meets the eye. And I kind of want to know, like, what exactly. And I feel like I want to see the backstory of Kaido as well, too. Like, what's happening and stuff. So I kind of want to see that. But let's get to, we're going to rate this chapter 1 out of 10. So, Muninn, where are you going to rate this chapter at?
9. That's a solid 9.
Wow.
Yes, I think that's a solid 9. With all
And
the
why?
death, we start off in the chapter with everybody losing their faith, except from the Straw Hat Pirates.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of Chopper a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we have Kinemon's death, which is like, oh my god. I mean, we expected it, but seeing him die and this memory thing that he has, still, I think that's the indicator that Kinemon is really dead now. And what Kaido said, that a samurai should like honor their death and or die in honor. And then we have Momo's shining moment, which also is a very great moment for Momo in this part.
Yeah.
We have we had Kaido going against Momo and I forgot her name. The ninja woman. We know that Luffy will be safe. We know Luffy is safe now. And he's not bad. I mean, we know that Luffy wouldn't die.
Yeah.
And the story would end. And then we have what I kind of wanted was for Kid and Law fighting Big Mom together. And I hope it stays this way now. I kind of hope. And we have, at the end, Yamato going versus Kaido. Going against his father.
I've been waiting for this.
Yes.
Yes. We have so many great moments in this chapter.
Yep. Definitely. Yes. I think this is absolutely crazy, and I think it's awesome.
What are you gonna give it though?
Trust me. I'm not gonna give it a 9. I am gonna give this a 7.
Oh, why?
I'm gonna give it a 7. And you know what? I guess the main reason I'm gonna give it a 7 is, I know we entered this with, Chopper getting beat up, Sanji coming in and helping out, and then freaking everyone's morale going low and stuff like that, and Kinemon getting killed, and then all the way over to us finding out Luffy's definitely gonna get saved. I felt like this was very messy. I felt like it was very messy, and it was a very small pieces of everything and all over the place with like little scenes of everyone, which is it sounds like a good thing, but I want more information. Like, I feel like he's just giving us this like these little small bits and pieces and nothing else. Like what happened with Zeus? Like, I don't even like what? You gave us one little small, like little square of just Zeus and nothing added. Just hee. That's it. That's all there was. Yeah. There's no explanation behind it, and I like having more information than that. I like having more, and that's why I gave it a 7. Yeah, I love the ending. Absolutely love the ending because I want to see that fight. Kinemon, that part was a little messed up, but I honestly wanted to see. I want to see more from the Straw Hats. I want to see more from them, like kind of like leading this charge, leading the battle. Coming forth and stuff like that. It's like every time we go to the Straw Hats, they let us know that they're fighting, and now we're not getting to see their fights. And the only ones we got to really see are Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy. And even with Chopper only backhanded someone. All right, let's just get that straight. All he did was slap somebody, and then he started getting his ass kicked. So yeah. I want more from this, and I know we're gonna get it from the anime. We're definitely gonna get it from the anime.
Yes,
I'm not getting enough for this, so I'm definitely gonna give it a 7. It's a 7 for me.
What do you think, Pizza?
I mean, I definitely agree with Ike. I mean, I was debating between a 7 or an 8, and then like the part about Zeus really messes me up. Like why doesn't make any sense. And it felt like it missed something else as well. I don't know what it is, but it didn't feel satisfying enough to give it an 8.
Yeah,
but I really like that Oda colored the little fight between Queen and Sanji. Like the little ending part that he colored it in. It looks pretty. It looked really dope, and I really want to see how Yamato fights. We've seen a little sneak peeks, that she's strong and she can handle herself.
Smack here, smack there. And more running. A little bit of fan service with the side boob, but that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, a little bit of Momonosuke between her boobies, enough fan surface there, But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, for mine, I can't give it a 10. As much as hype this chapter is, as much as everything, I would have to agree with Ike and Pizza. I have to give it a 7 as well. Or no, actually 6.5 because
Oh,
I was kind of like at first I was disappointed with Kingdom of coming back, and I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, like yeah. So I was kind of thinking, and then after that we have the like the morals go down and then goes up and down with the straw hats, and we already know the straw hats should already like, hey, we need this, we need to keep going even if Luffy's down, and like we already seen that time and time again. So I feel like that's kind of becoming redundant as much. And also the information about Zeus, like I kind of understand it, but Pizza's correct. There is missing points of it. Like I do understand a little bit about it because of Big Mom's power, but yeah, I kind of like it too. And also at the end, like Yamato versus Kaido, that was really hyped up. I can't wait. I feel I just want to see more of fighter Yamato. I don't want her to just swing. I want to see what her true strength is. Like, yes, she has a club. Yes, she's strong. Yes, is that. But I want to see some techniques.
Does she have
Techniques
armor and hobby?
with
Does she have
that.
bouncer's hobby?
Yeah, that's what I want. Does she has armament? Does she has this? Does she has that? Because honestly, I can't, like, as much as I like her as a person, just swinging that like just swinging that thing, it just reminds me, oh, you're like Kaido, but
Yeah, I was thinking that
yeah,
too. Like you're swinging the
you're
club
like
around.
Kaido, but where is your,
Talent.
that's why,
Where's the
yeah,
talent at? I want to know
yeah,
where the
where's the
skill and
talent?
the talent.
So that's why I kind of like hoping for more of a fight with Yamato. But yeah, that's basically all right, we are going to discuss what's going to happen to the next chapter. So what do you think is going to happen to the next chapter? Let's go with Muninn.
What I hope for the next chapter is actually that Oda is not off-screening the fight against Kaido vs Yamato,
Oh,
or that he is not off-screening too much of it. I mean, off-screening a little bit of it would be okay, but I want to see this fight.
If he does that, I'm going to watch the anime. I'm going to watch the anime.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna watch an anime because you know what? There's a lot of off-screen stuff, and when he does off-screen,
Yes,
he always puts it in the anime. Always, it's an always thing.
and I still think okay, since my last week I said it would be a break week next time, but the website I get this information from, it is not a break week, so my prediction for the end of the third act will have to shift back for one chapter. So it will be either in the next chapter or in chapter 1019, which would be the next break chapter after that. I have a prediction for that, or the slight incoming feeling that also maybe the tragedy could involve Yamato.
Oh.
I'm not sure what is going to happen with Luffy in the next chapter. I may think that we will not see him in the next chapter, or if we see him right at the end.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Because for now he's with the Polar Tang, and everybody is fighting. I hope we see a little bit of Queen and Sanji's fight, and maybe Chopper healing Zoro.
Oh yeah, he does have Zoro now.
But I think that may happen off screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, I really hope next week would be like about Robin and Brooke. You know,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we've seen little things about it. You know, and then
Yes.
completely going off a different direction is kind of a bit sad. You know, like you hype the moment up and you blue ball us by like going off screen. You know.
Yep.
So that's a bit sad in my opinion, but you're gonna definitely see like Yamato and Kaido going at each other even a little bit.
I mean, pizza. We're gonna see that in the anime, so we're good.
No,
I
I
mean,
want to see it now. What do you mean? I don't want to wait for the
I
anime.
mean, like I don't want to wait 6-7 more weeks.
I want that now.
True.
Yeah,
If I see a fight in JoJo in the manga, I don't want to. You know, a fight is a fight. You know, you want to see it right now. You don't want to see little itty bitty sneak peeks. You know.
Oh man.
Hey,
I see
bro!
what you mean.
Every podcast, I'm gonna throw a JoJo reference.
Of
Man.
course you are.
I need it. I need
We
it.
don't expect otherwise.
Exactly.
but also, like, I'll be honest with you, the next chapter, I want to get back to Frankie and Jinbei. Honestly,
Okay.
I want to see what's
Jinbei.
happening there. Like,
Honestly,
I want to.
I feel like there's no progression for Jinbei. He's
No?
I don't think he's
No?
really like I feel like he's kind of capped. I don't think he's gonna progressively like get better and better and better and better. He is.
It's
I
not.
think
It's
he's gonna
not
stay
just
where he is.
progress. It's
So
not
I
what
think
I'm.
his
I'm not
battle is
talking
just
about.
gonna be him doing a little karate and stuff like that, and he's finally gonna do a little final punch in the guy, and then we're gonna move on. Like I don't.
No,
think
I don't think it's. I don't think it's just a progress. I want to see him as a like determined as a straw hat, since he's fighting for being like he's one of the straw hats. Like yeah, like he's thing. So like remember, like every straw hats they have fight. They you feel like, oh, they're fighting for what they believe their fate for Luffy. And since Jinbei joined, I kind of want to have that same vibe for
He kind
Jinbei.
of hasn't been in the crew long enough to know it though. He really
True.
hasn't. He just entered the crew. And
He
he's
just
learning
entered.
who they are. So he hasn't really been on the voyage yet with them. So I feel like he won't really have that mentality. But I see what you mean, Kiwi. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But in that sense, you know what? For me, what's going to happen in the next chapter? I want to see Kaido and Yamato fight. I want to, but I don't think we are going to see a big fight between the both of them. I don't. I do want to come on.
We might see a skirmish.
What Muninn
A
said.
skirmish.
Skirmish. Yeah.
Skirmish.
I feel like they're gonna do whatever. It's probably be near the end of the chapter, but I think we're gonna be more focused on what's going on inside of the dome, and not Law. Yeah, I'll have a little small panel, but I think it's gonna go like Pizza said. I want to see Robin, like freaking some necks, like just snap and stuff like that. I want to see that. I want to see Brooke and Robin end their fight. I want to start seeing Straw Hats ending their fights. That's what I want to see next. I don't want to see any of this extra stuff. I want to see Straw Hats ending their fights. Not at the last moment, not when Luffy all of a sudden wins. I want to see them ending the fights. Because I know the next one, what Muninn talked about, I think the next one, honestly, when she said something tragic is going to happen to Yamato, I think the same thing. And you know what? I think something like that crazy is going to happen. Kaido is going to beat the living crap out of her. Like I mean it. He doesn't look like he has any remorse or any type of like empathy whatsoever. So I think he's definitely gonna just wreck Yamato.
Bro, I don't
also-
even know who would even go out with Kaido, man. Like even
Yeah, too, right?
I mean, bearing his child. I mean,
It could be Big Mom.
have-
I'm just saying.
nah.
I'm just saying.
I have to
Nah.
say
He says he owes her and stuff like that. They go back and forth with it.
I mean,
They're
that's
so chummy.
but that's the favor is
And she likes birthing, I'm just saying.
fruit. I mean, when Oda drew her when she was like back in the day, she was kind of hot, you know. Not gonna lie, but now,
Yeah. Hey, they
what
could've-
I think with Yamato is because Kaido loves to break people.
Yeah.
He loves to break them mentally. So I think maybe Kaido will beat Yamato so hard. He's not going to kill Yamato. Just to be sure, he's not going to kill him. But he is going to beat Yamato that much that he's going to break him into submissiveness again. I think.
Yeah. I think he might do to a point where Yamato might be missing a limb. Yamato might be missing a limb at the end of this. I'm just saying. Because it has to be something to keep Yamato from voyaging on the sea. That's in my head. Because I don't think, Yamato just wants to go voyaging. And I feel like it has to be something that's going to stop Yamato from doing that. That's what I think.
I also want to add something like the freedom that she's talking about. I think since she knows about what Odin really intend to about it, I feel like she is willing to fight for that freedom. But after that, he's like her father is gonna mentally like scar her or do something. Like I talked about this last chat thing. I don't think that Yamato is gonna join, but I feel like she is gonna stay to help Momonosuke out. So I wanted to. That's why I kind of want to inform.
What does that mean?
Yes. What I think is that maybe that is more adding to Yamato's tragic backstory.
Yeah.
Which would make him a perfect candidate for Straw Hat.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what you mean.
Kaido, like, it would be like a Robin situation. Robin didn't want to live in Annie's lobby.
Yeah.
She lost her faith. She lost her faith to live, and Luffy and the Straw Hats gave it back. And I think maybe for Yamato, this situation would be like the perfect Straw Hat candidate situation, where Yamato has the tragic backstory, but also this is adding up to the backstory.
This kind of reminds me of kind of like a overly more abusive relationship like Endeavor and his son. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, going towards that. That's what's going on in my head. That, he thought that Yamato wasn't good enough and stuff like that, and maybe would be an abusive parent, and which could have like repressed her even more. And he's like, you know what, you'll never be good enough, so he ended up chaining her up. Could be one of those things as well. Coming from something that someone is bringing them down and keeping them from being who they are and stuff like that, it could be one of those. Which is another reason why she wanted to voyage with Chase in the first place. And she respected
Ace.
Oda.
Odin and Ace.
Odin and Ace. Odin doing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, and Ace just being able to have that freedom. That could be one of those things, being chained down by her father.
And Ace also told him of Luffy.
I'm excited about that.
Ace told him Luffy's dream. So Yamato has even another connection to Luffy by knowing what his real dream is.
Yes, that is true.
All right. Forget it. I'm back on track for that. I want Yamato back on the ship.
Okay, so let's go to the live Q&A live portion of this chapter. And do we have any question?
We do, and it's by Manga After Dark. Manga After Dark put up, I can't wait to see a short backstory between Judge, Caesar, Queen, and Vegapunk. Like, in that sense, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think the same thing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I want more information about Vegapunk in general.
Yes.
I mean, everyone wants that. I mean, he's been like the One Piece man, just only a little sneak peeks and that's it.
Yeah.
We know
I think we'll get a little piece when we meet Vegapunk. Or
will we meet Vegapunk or just a backstory or whatever?
Just to joke around, maybe Vegapunk is One Piece.
Just
to joke.
Vegapunk is One Piece.
because he knows because he knows about the truth about the devil fruits.
That
Just
is true.
saying.
That is very true.
Yes.
So, and we might know the truth about the devil fruit if we go to One Piece. Just letting you know that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, Manga at the Dark. Hey, that. I like that right there. I'm happy you brought that up. Kiwi, we have another question right here.
Okay.
And that is by the Senate. Hey, what do you think King's bounty is?
1.5 billion.
1.5 billion?
Yeah.
Oh.
We have the confirmation. Like Queen has 1.32 billion.
True.
And we have the confirmation in chapter 1006, where Marco said that King's bounty exceeds the 1 billion mark. So I think
It's got to be over
Queen has 1.32 billion. I think King is somewhat in between, like 1.4 to 1.5, or maybe 1.6.
Okay.
Or I would say 2 billion.
Oh, that's a big jump. Remember, it only goes up by just a little bit as they go higher.
I don't think that the jump is so big.
I mean, like 500k more, and you are at the bounty of Blackbeard.
Yeah, see, that's I feel
so
like that's too big of a jump.
So I think like 1.5, 1.6 is like an accurate one.
Yeah,
and 1.5 is actually Luffy's bounty right now.
True.
Oh yeah, that's true. And honestly, if I actually think about it, I really don't care. I just want him to turn into fodder for Zoro. That's it. That's all I want to see. I just want to see Zoro chop him up, okay? Because that's gonna make Zoro's bounty go up. I'm gonna need to get a new poster. All right. Oh man. How about it, Kiwi? Next question.
All right. Is there any? Okay.
Yep. So next question's by Cassandra. We have, what do you think Copper going to do what he found? Zoro broke his ribs, and what do you think he will do? Now that he has Zoro, what do you think he would do with Zoro and his broken ribs?
Heal him. He's the doctor.
Oh yeah,
it's his job.
I think he's gonna Mr. Miyagi this, man. He might go and just.
I mean, he healed. He made this the poison.
Yes.
The cure for the poison in like he did it in such a short time, and so maybe
crazy.
Honestly, like what I think about I want to see that little comedic about between Zoro and Chopper saying, and Chopper's like, what is happening? Why are you broken again? And I love those comedic part, because you know how Zoro is. He gets slashed, he gets the thing. You already know. And then Chopper comes here and it's like, no, stop it. You need to stay down. I love that comedic part between the two of them, and I kind of want to see that, honestly.
What do you think about this, Tita?
I mean, he is the ship's doctor, you know. Like, I mean, like curing a disease in an instant is kind of different than like broken bones, you know. So he might be like, I mean, if he can handle a disease which Queen specifically made like his special like curse, you know. I mean, wouldn't Chopper be able to like regrow his bones, like because they're shattered, basically? Like getting up in an instant.
Like that.
I mean, or maybe
I don't think that it's an instant heal. No. I think you will put him like on drugs that will allow him to
anesthetic.
Fight.
Yep, I think he's gonna put her under some sort of anesthetic, and Zoro's not gonna be able to feel a damn thing. And then Zoro's gonna be like, "All right, you ready for this? Do the chop, slice homeboy in half, probably the whole place in half. Who knows? He is Zoro."
He cut off a horn of Onigashima with Anma.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
I'm just gonna be honest with you. It'll be funny if we have like he just gave Zoro a milk, just like Broke, just to
Oh, like
communicate.
like what they
Oh,
what they did with Brook and Luffy. That would be.
Oh my
oh,
Uh,
the broken, like the Luffy thing, like when Luffy
Yeah.
loses a
yeah.
tooth and he
Yeah.
drinks milk and the tooth grows back.
Oh my
Also
god.
works with that also works on Brook.
Yeah.
Brook does the same thing.
Yeah.
That's
So we have all Chopper has to do is make Zoro drink it.
Oh my god. I can't even. I can't even. He needs some milk. Oh man. How about this next? Are you ready for this next one, Kiwi?
But I don't think that I don't think that Zoro will drink milk
No,
on his
he's
own
like, go get me
if
sake.
it's not infused with a lot of alcohol.
That's so true. So this next question, is by Adrian. We have, what do you think Luffy's epic entrance should be? Ooh, I want to go. I want to go first.
Go.
Okay.
Go.
So on this one, I think Luffy's epic entrance is going to be stopping Kaido from killing Yamato. That's what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Luffy stopping Kaido from killing Yamato.
I mean,
And I think
Or
Kaido
cutting off
is-
a limb. I don't think that Kaido would kill Yamato, but as you said, he
he showed
would
no
probably
empathy whatsoever.
cut off a limb of Yamato to
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
him.
I think
mean-
right when he's about to like do whatever final blow or anything like that, you're gonna see Luffy with his badass new Conqueror's hockey. He's gonna boom. He's gonna block it.
I mean, that's
Do
the
you
same shit
think
that
we
happened.
get another Doflamingo situation?
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be, I mean, that wouldn't be nice, man. Like getting a little sneak peek back. It wouldn't.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no. I want something original. Like, I mean, we have seen the fight between Doflamingo and Luffy, of course. Saving Law.
Oh,
But I mean, I want something that's different.
I know what you mean. You want to see Zoro beat Kaido. Got it. I got you. Don't worry. I'm here for you too. I'm here for you too. It's okay.
I want to see Jotaro killing Kaido, man.
Ah, of course he's gonna go. I knew he was gonna go there.
Two different anime. You cannot.
I mean, we talked about what's Kenpachi versus Yami as well. So hey,
I'm just saying, two
But
different
this
anime.
is interesting. I think that's what I think is gonna happen for mine. Honestly, I think
haven't
it's gonna be
watched
something better.
JoJo, so I cannot say anything about that.
I'm
Honestly-
still waiting for Ike to watch episode 9.
Hey, I told you I'm busy.
True.
You're still in
But
part
I'm
one,
waiting.
right?
But I'm waiting.
You're still in part 1, right?
Yeah, we are still
we
part
are.
1.
But on that pizza,
I
what do you
need
think is
to
gonna happen?
start watching part 1 again. It
I mean,
will be my
I can
it will be
can
my
pop
third
up.
attempt.
I can pop up like everyone in the Discord, that wants to join. Watch what Jojo with me and the people of Discord. Come on, man. You gotta love it. It's gonna be amazing. Just join the
The
Discord.
problem is I cannot watch JoJo's with English subtitles because I already struggle with German subtitles.
It's gonna be English sub.
On that
Yeah.
pizza. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna be Luffy's big finish?
I mean, to be honest, I hope it's a bit like the moment when he got into Marineford. He was on the water. And then he got shot in the air by Jinbei, and then he had like a weird ass log in his hand for whatever reason, and then start kicking it. But it was a badass entrance, but the execution was weird. So I hope he get a better execution like that.
I thought it was a pretty badass execution.
It was a bit weird. I mean, they're all like Logia types, so all through them.
That's
So
true.
it's-
You want
it's-
something better than that? Okay, I see you.
Honestly, for mines, I like after Luffy got rescued. You know what he's gonna ask first thing when he gets the rescue? He's gonna eat first. So I'm gonna eat. After he eats, he starts screaming. He's like, Kaido, and it's like switching like how he did like with Doflamingo. I feel like he would go through the sky like using gear 4 maybe or whatever just to go up there because I want to see an epic fight, and then you have a gear 4 Luffy, and then stop punching him with stopping the fight between him and Yamato. So I'm just saying typical Luffy would want to eat food.
Okay. Darn it. Why did you have to say that? Why did you have to say that? Because now the thing that pops up in my head is exactly what you just said. Luffy popping up, looking fat. Looking absolutely plump. Just like plump. Just belly gorging. And then all of a sudden he goes into gear 4. And then I kind of want to see the belly still in gear 4. But in gear 4, I'm thinking about that new Conqueror's Hockey in gear 4. Dude, I don't think Kaido can last that. I don't. If he can do gear 4 with that Conqueror's Hockey, I think he's gonna put it down. I think he's gonna be thick Luffy, and then he's gonna put it down.
Maybe you're gonna get a Rayleigh flashback, you know?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. Another one.
Oh, baby.
All right. At this time, is there any of the hosts want to say and add before we end this? I actually want to say a question for you that I've been saving up until the end. And what do you guys think of like we already gave our ratings about the chapter since it's not as informative, but what do you guys think of the people especially with the fight between Queen and Sanji? Like, do you think it's gonna drag out, or do you think it's gonna be a really simple fight between the two of them?
I'll go for it. I don't think it's gonna be simple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Sanji and Queen is gonna be simple. I think Sanji's gonna get a little bit of a little ass whooping.
He's gonna use his ray suit.
I think he's going to use his raid suit.
Yes, he is. That's what I was gonna go
he
with.
got it. Why shouldn't he use it?
He's gonna use it, and he's gonna murk Queen with it. That's what I think. That is absolutely what I think. And he's gonna be standing on Queen's face with like his foot propped on top of him and stuff like that. I think that's what's gonna happen.
What about you, Muninn?
I definitely think that it's not going to be simple. I definitely think that Sanji will use his raid suit. I mean, and I will say that Queen is going to fanboy over the technique probably because he's still a scientist, and it's like his thing is science. So maybe like Queen wanting to get the raid suit from Sanji during the fight.
Ooh, that's a good one. And
because it's still a Germa secret, the raid suit.
Yes.
And but I think that like Sanji will beat him up.
Eventually.
What about Pizza?
I mean, Muninn is something really interesting, you know, about like Queen being too excited about getting the raid suit in peace that he's gonna lose the fight eventually. Yeah. So I think that's a bit of a thing right there that makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, and Ike, you want to give the people the shout outs?
Yeah, let me say something real quick. Hey,
okay.
So since we've actually done this and we've had a couple people in here over and over again, and I just want to give some quick shout outs, all right? And one of the biggest ones I want to talk about is Manga After Dark. Hey man, thanks for coming. You're here all the time. Keep coming. We're always gonna answer your questions, all right? And another person I want to talk about is Cassandra. You're consistent. You're here all the time. We love seeing your questions. Please keep coming back. And Adrian, you need to stop trying to make me laugh, girl. I don't even know. Like like every time I see you talking, every time it's like you're trying to get me to giggle. But everyone, you know what? Everyone that's here, everyone that's in the chat, that's asking these questions. Thank you for coming. You guys make this content so much better every single time. We love answering these questions, and we hope you guys will also answer some questions in our actual comment section. Like any of these type of things. If you guys have questions about anything One Piece related, make sure you guys post it in there, okay? We want to see what you think about it, and we definitely want to respond. Besides that, Kiwi, off to you, Kiwi.
All right. And that wraps it up. Be sure to watch our live podcast again. If you like our new content, please let us know and comment below. And if we are going live at 3 p.m. CST and 21,000 CST. Monday is Black Clover chapter. Wednesdays is anime conversation. And Friday is One Piece chapter. Thank you for watching and thank you for watching. If you enjoy our content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell and comment below, and also follow our Instagram and Twitter for an additional content and poll. One big thanks for the Otaku International. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.